Hey, good people. This is Rocky with Rocky's Reality, the #1 podcast for unfiltered and unapologetic culture, entertainment, and relationships. Tap in live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as I chat with some of the dopest artists, celebrities, influencers, entrepreneurs, and more. Make sure to catch us live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, YouTube, and Roku. See you soon. Woo! All right, now welcome to Rocky's Reality. All devices on silent. All devices on silent. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. Thank you, Joe. Y'all, woo! Let me just take a moment. Because listen, you don't know what I had to go through to get here. Feeling like I done had a Harriet Tubman Sojourner Truth day all in one today, okay? But I made it. We made it. So today, y'all, y'all know I love my Eastsiders, my fellow Eastsiders. I just be so happy whenever a fellow Eastsider joins me. And so I was stinging him a little bit. I was talking smack. He was like, shots fired. I said, yeah, you know, we from the East Side. And I was like, Rashida, did you warn him that I'm a little crazy? So if you don't know, now you don't know. He said, I watched some of your clips. I'm like, good. So now you know. So I am going to welcome to the show without further ado, Hollywood, a for real Hollywood actor, y'all. Like, he not just in Tubi movies. He doing the damn thing. Bennie, and he done been in a movie with one of my faves, John Travolta. If you know, you know. John Travolta, I've been watching him since Saturday Night Fever. Okay, listen, go look it up, go Google it. But without further ado, I would like to welcome to the show Hollywood actor Bennie Taylor.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Glad to be on the show. How you doing, everybody?
He all being polite, y'all, but really, you know, we was kicking it like homies before the show. I know you got to be all poised and all of that, because you got your SAG-AFTRA, you know, membership going on and all. So yeah, I did that. So wait a minute, he was like, do I need to put the headphones on? I said, you can if you want to. I said, you ain't got no hair like me to worry about. Look at smooth already. It's smooth though. But let me tell you something. What I saw, they were saying how get you a bald man. So you must be a good man, because I saw this meme where it was saying get you a bald man. They good men. Is that true, Bennie?
Damn good man.
Okay, you a damn good actor too.
Thank you.
I was feeling it, and I see how I see already. You're one of those actors who you are crossing genres. Mm-hmm. I saw the little suspense, the action, the comedy. You know, I'm digging the portfolio.
Appreciate it.
And you got to learn how to be an actor growing up on the east side of Detroit.
Oh yeah, you got to act to survive.
Listen, you got to know how to pivot real well. So you have 6. I know you tired.
No,
you got 6 upcoming films. That's a lot of promo. That's a lot of press.
That is a blessing.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And 2 of them are coming out on the same day. Mm-hmm. So that's actually next Friday. I think so. We got it just in time.
Yep.
And one of my favorite franchises Friday. So welcome to the show, Bennie.
Thank you.
Tell us about how you got from Connor and Gratiot. Mm-hmm. And if you know, you know, that is the hood, y'all. Like, he done really started from the bottom. Now he's here. So kudos to you. No, seriously. No diss, because I'm from Mack and Van Dyke. And I'm always proud to say where I've come from, because I believe that really exemplifies how far you've come. When you've come from, and I don't know how old you are, but you know, the era that we've come from and the city that we've come from, and just the renaissance of the city itself. And that's like your journey has been that in a sense, because you started there and now you in Hollywood.
I'm trying.
For real. So talk about that journey.
The journey was strenuous, but I was already kind of in the business doing things behind the camera. But the big thing that happened for me was it was a bad thing and a good thing at the same time. It was the pandemic. So I had friends already in the industry. When the pandemic came, everything shut down. So one of the friends of mine was actually an agent, and she said, hey, I need somebody on my roster to look like you. And I was doing voice acting at the time.
Okay.
And so I said, what do I got to lose? you know, but I had a business where I was taping actors auditions. So during that time of me taping all those auditions, I was inadvertently teaching myself how to act. So when I finally got that first audition from the agent, it was a commercial, SAG commercial, booked it. Next audition, another commercial, booked it. So we talked and was like, wait a minute, we got something here. Can I submit you for television and the movies? I said, why not? Nickelodeon, booked it. Disney, booked it. And we like, you know, so we just kept rolling.
I might be kind of good here. I might be kind of good at this acting thing.
Yeah. So I thought that maybe this was like a 15 minutes of fame thing. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just have fun while I'm here. But it just kept going. It just kept going. 1 year, I booked like 7 straight projects back to back to back. And it would have been more if they'd had more time. The next year, the same thing. And the project started to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I was getting a ton of auditions, all these callbacks. And it's just like, you know what? This might not be a fluke. So I just kept going with it.
So wait a minute. When you were growing up as a kid, you did not have dreams of being an actor, or this just was like just something that was happenstance? Or
well, you know, as a kid, you know, we were watching television, we watched our favorite television shows, and we say, oh, I want that to be us one day. But I never thought that I would be in a position like that. I always thought I'd probably be a ball player or something like that. And I actually did try to play, you know, sports, and that didn't work out too well. And I just went and started a business, and I was watching other people do it. And then when this came, to be honest, I still can't believe it. It's still unreal to me. Yeah. So what so far? So this has only been like the past 6 years. Mm-hmm.
So you were behind the scenes. You were doing like production work, editing, video compilations, things
Stuff
of that.
like that, yes.
So how does that show up when you're on set? Do you find yourself like checking to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing when you're on set?
I'll be looking for everything.
Like,
See, when you a jack of all
right?
trades, yeah. When you a jack of all trades, you like, no.
Right.
Like when you're doing this production, I'm looking like, no. But yeah, you do see things, and it actually helps you in your performance.
Okay. So let's take a look at his reel here. So this is your reel. Kind of give us an intro to this. Oh, come on, BET Plus. Let's go. That's how you really know you made it. You own BET Plus.
That is the sequel to the show Brewster's Millions. I don't know if you remember that with Richard Pryor.
Come on now. Listen.
So this is the sequel.
Let's go. And my girl, what was it? Cicely Tyson was in that. Listen, come on now.
We got Thelma in here. We got China. We got Romeo, Taekwon. A lot of great actors in this film. At Rain, Richard Pryor's daughter was actually in here as well. I played Jacob, and he was a single father, lost his wife, but he was falling on hard times, and he ran across the Brewster's family, and a lot of good things started to happen.
Okay.
And that piano.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Comes on BET every year.
In this home, given to me by my father, and I can't think to sell it. But when I saw my boy teach himself how to play that piano, I knew then that he was special, that he had a gift. I don't want my boy out there with people like you trying to help this family. Because I can't provide.
No, he's got to be in the system.
Listen, this show is.
Can I help you, ma'am?
I have an appointment at
yeah.
5:30.
She is
legendary.
I don't understand the confusion.
I'm sorry for the confusion, miss, but the person you're here to see is no longer in this section.
No, he wasn't going to be transferred till tomorrow, and that.
Listen,
For centuries,
our
our land
this
has been
right
known
here
as a
is a
wilderness
series called
with no
Shipwreck.
previous human inhabitants.
Sony Pictures.
But the truth has been always around us. For example,
First guest star role,
1937,
current guest star role.
archaeologists discovered the Jones County cave drawings and artifacts, which we now know
It's
as
amazing on this film.
the mound builders. Ah, man, don't even worry about it. Anything for you. Anything for Justin of Atlanta.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Mr. Wash.
Oh, you stay an extra hour.
Tyler Perry.
And all them burgers coming out of your check.
Where's the bludgeoning?
And it's
Oh, look. At that angle right there, all you can see is her dumping the body.
Oh my God. Let you go.
Play it again.
You have those tiny cans.
And right here, Showtime.
Hey, girls.
How you doing?
It's okay.
You know this guy?
No, he broke it.
They do know me. They do know me.
That's funny.
No, they do. We don't know each other well,
right here,
but they know me.
Really
So,
manhandling.
yeah.
A lot of
It's okay. Yeah.
you had to come and stop me.
Yeah.
You don't hurt nothing gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Wait, why are you here?
No.
for a while?
You don't
What mean?
understand.
All right. Go about your day, sweeties. Okay.
Very, I love
boss would like
that.
a ride.
Roswell, New Mexico, the CW.
Very shook. And she also requested Liz
What do you think
Ortega
about this?
to deliver to on
I'm
the roof.
scared of aliens. The aliens all around.
This is new.
This right here with me and DC was just totally.
He is hilarious. DC Young
improv.
Fly.
Oh,
listen. He
Ladies, get it all up. Make sure
None
you
of-
grab
Boss, you want me to call this in?
Oh, DC. But we had
Don't
they
call.
cut out.
You
Me and DC
late.
had back and forth,
Call.
and they cut out a lot.
What? I was doing something.
No. Call Winslow. You are late, man. Come on, man. Rule number one. When somebody come in here and rob the place, what do? Grab your gun. You ain't got no gun. Brother, you got a vest for nothing.
What the hell, man?
And this, I wish.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
You know I did you a favor by bringing you on, right?
Awesome,
Yeah, look,
amazing show.
here's the money back for my shift, all right?
Another NBC.
You had a rough night. Hey, do me a favor. Give him like 40 minutes before you call the cops, all right?
He's absolutely amazing.
If I had an uncle like you, my life might have turned out differently.
Byron and Clive just walked in.
So much fun on this. So many talented kids on that.
Oh, I love it. That's a range. Okay, shout out to you. Kudos to you.
And it's a lot more stuff, but that's just a thing.
Yeah. So how have you learned to what is your favorite genre?
Ooh, something that I got a chance to film this year is superhero. I just finished 3 films. One of the films I'm actually playing a super villain.
Okay.
I can't talk too much about it.
Oh.
But for right now, what I have filmed, actually Buddies is that is like a dream come true, and Coyote vs. Acme is something that I always wanted to do.
Did you grow up watching Looney Tunes?
Oh,
yeah.
yes,
Listen.
I did. Yes,
Okay.
I did.
So you said it's like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yes,
type.
it's
Okay.
like real life and cartoon animation put together. So yeah.
Okay. And that's one of the movies coming out along with Buddy on
Mhm.
August 20th.
Yep.
Okay, Buddy is a little
Buddy, something else.
you know what? I want Joe to play the coyote.
But Buddy's our friend.
Yeah, I don't know about that type of friend.
All
He
he
a little.
wants to do is hug you.
Yeah, he. So wait a minute. When I looked at that, is that is that going to be any live action as well? Or is that just the kids and him?
Buddy, it's like, okay, you remember Pee-wee's Playhouse, right?
Yes.
So it's like, it's pretty much, without giving too much, it's the show. You're actually going to watch it from the show's perspective, and then you're going to watch it another from a feature film perspective.
Okay.
So I can't tell you, because if I let you know, then you'll kind of know the plot. So I want you to go see it.
Okay, I'm gonna send Joe. I want Joe to Joe, I'm gonna send you the clip too. I do want to see Coyote versus Acme. Because we want to be happy around here. Buddy is a little on the S&M tip. So it's a bit much. It's a bit much for me. So can we go into this clip of Coyote versus Acme? I emailed it to you, Joe. So talk about what that's like to be part of a franchise. Like, is this connected to the Looney Tunes? What is it like to be part of a legacy franchise like that? Because Looney Tunes that was the real cartoons back in the day.
Yeah, it was a dream come true, because it's an all-star cast for one. I got a chance to work with the famous puppeteers who actually, did stuff like Sesame Street, Looney Tunes, all the other cartoons, and just being there on set, because it was huge. It was like they bought out a whole city block, blocks upon blocks to film this project.
Wow.
And just it took me a minute to realize what was really happening. It still hasn't hit me yet. I still get, I get like goosebumps just thinking about it. But it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful feeling. It's a dream come true.
I love that. I love that. Okay, let's go ahead, Joe. And this is Coyote versus Acme, which this is a
Come on, come on now.
horribly injured by a product made by the Acme Corporation?
It's not your fault. There's probably someone to blame.
The name of the case is Coyote versus Acme.
Wile E. Coyote. He is reckless. We all know who's responsible, and all of his injuries are self-inflicted.
You've been settling Acme cases for years.
I could probably get you $250 for that.
This is your opportunity to really show people what you're capable of.
These companies think they can do whatever they want. We're sick of it.
Acme, hack you!
Nothing to see here.
We really have nothing.
We both know it would be very unpleasant if anything bigger were to become public.
So, what is up, Doc?
The Acme Corporation is releasing this film for accounting purposes only. We do not condone any of the storylines depicted.
Oh my gosh. Is that trying to be foghorn, leghorn?
That is
Listen, listen, okay, let's go. Okay, so this has John Cena, William Ford. That's my boy from Four Seasons. Oh, he's so good in there.
Good friend of mine too.
He is a good. Did you see Four Seasons? Oh my god, that series. Oh my god,
Amazing.
that is. I love that. Lana Condor, Luis Guzman. So what role? We didn't see you in a preview, but what role are you playing in there?
Okay, so you ever watch cartoons and you wonder where are all these boulders and pianos falling from?
Yes.
So my role, I'm called the boulder and piano mover. So in the trailer, you see cars getting smashed by boulders and pianos. That's me dropping them. So yeah, initially, I'm kind of like the bad guy.
Are they going to show you doing it?
Oh yeah. Well,
okay.
I hope so.
Are you going to be the live
write
action?
me out, y'all. Yeah.
Right. Don't
Yeah.
edit them out. So are they going to show you live action? You dropping a piano?
I'm actually yes.
Okay. I love it. So how do you decide which roles? Do you have that same agent who you've been working with?
I do.
Okay. Good. So how do you decide which roles you're going to take?
Well, we have a conversation before we start our partnership, and I let them know where I want to take my career, what roles I'm looking for, and what roles I don't want to do, and we kind of just meet up from there and we just go for it. Like we get an audition and it's something I'm not feeling, then they know me before I even say anything, so they were probably rejected or something like that.
So what's in the no pile?
Woo, I don't want to say because I don't want nobody to start hating me, but there are certain roles that I'm not really great for, but I try to stay more positive roles. Of course, I play evil guys a lot, but I don't want to do roles that are going to scar people. Have actual real stalkers thinking I'm the real person or something like that, or roles that will offend people.
Would you play a gay man?
Would I play a gay man?
Yeah, listen, I gotta ask.
I'm not. I don't think I'm fit for it. I would rather say that I would rather have somebody play that role who actually can deliver. I don't think I'll be able to deliver a role with 100%, positivity on that role.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's honest though.
Yeah, respectfully. Yeah.
Now there are some masculine gay men, though, y'all. Don't be. They ain't all. Flamboyant. Some of them, you be surprised, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah,
ooh. But okay, I can respect that. Would you play a political leader? Would you play a controversial civil rights leader?
If I ever get that role, I would destroy it.
Because I could definitely see you on the main line with Dr. King or something. Like in a Dr. King remake, MLK. Nice. I could really just like a whole Selma reenactment. I could really see you up there. So you have acted with John Travolta, Diane Weiss. These are Hollywood legends, by the way. Some of my favorites. What has that been like?
Beautiful. Everybody, when you're watching television and you're wondering like, how is this person? How are they? When you get a chance to meet them and everything, they're just down to earth. Diane Weiss was a great screen partner. She's so quick with it.
Oh my God.
Seems
like you could learn so much from them too.
I can. As a matter of fact, I just filmed a movie. It's got, I don't know how much I can say, but it's called Drifter. And there were 4 big, huge names on there. One of the the lead actors, he was like a mentor as well too. He was just showing me the ropes and like, hey, try this along with what you're doing. But working with people like that who I've grown up watching, it's an amazing feeling. And so far, I have not had a bad experience. So
okay,
yeah.
Good. Because Julia Stiles, girl, where's she been?
She's a sweetheart.
Mina Suvari, come on now, American Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Where you been? Like, listen, I know my peoples now. I know my people. So for you, what would be the dream role?
Okay. My dream role, believe it or not, in Buddy and Coyote vs. Acme. That was 2.
Okay.
Now, if I get on the Marvel stage or the DC stage,
okay.
there we go.
Because you in that superhero one, but to get on the Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you want to be a good Marvel or a bad Marvel? You want to be, because you got that menacing look. He was talking about the pictures we took. He was like, I'm looking mean. I said, you got that Ice Cube.
Looking mean.
You do. I mean, you got that Ice Cube. I mean, it's all right. Though. Listen, come on now. So how has being a Detroiter prepared you? Because listen, we are a rare breed. And going somewhere like LA, like it can chew you up out there.
Well,
so how did growing up in Detroit prepare you to be out in LA?
Well, as you know, coming from Detroit, we are very hard workers. Blue collar, we like to go out there and we grind. Most people that are in those states, they kind of have a lot of things handed to them. And the thing that has helped me, growing up from Detroit is that when I want something, I will stop at nothing to get it. And I will just push hard and grind to get to that spot. So that's just that don't quit attitude.
I love that. So for you, David, what have you learned about the business of acting?
Call me David.
Did I say David?
You call me David.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
I'm like, who is David?
I'm glad. Good thing we ain't lovers though. Ooh, child, that would have been so messy.
Oh, that would have been like,
my apologies. As an explanation, that's the Freudian slip. My next guest is David Roberts. And thank you for your patience, you all.
Guess why you still got me on.
I know. You know what? That's no, I apologize though, because that's that was a Freudian slip. Bennie, and I should know because that was my father-in-law's name. My apologies again. For you, Bennie, what was my question? Lord, I don't forgot. Wait a minute. It's gonna come back to me.
See what happened? Forgot my name.
Oh, the business. The business of acting. Because the craft is one thing, right? How you can learn how to mimic, you can learn how to, change your mood and have a certain tone. But what have you learned about the business of acting?
That it is 10% acting, 90% business. You got to know your numbers. You got to know your paperwork. You got to have the right team.
Yeah. How do you learn how to trust people around you? It
is tough because in this industry, it's what they call the crabs in the barrel, crabs in the barrel thing, where everybody's trying to stab everybody in the back. So you got to be very careful about what you do, what you talk about, who you associate with. Even if you're going to a red carpet or after party, you got to be careful who you talk to because you can still get yourself in a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
about who you associate with.
Yeah, good thing you marked safe from them Diddy parties though. So you good. That era is over with.
No,
so you just got to make sure you know.
I'm just the type of person. When I go to set, I do what I have to. The moment they wrap me, I go to my trailer, change, go to my room, or go home. That's it. Yeah, I'm good.
I appreciate it. So before we wrap up, Bennie, where can people find you? And just give me a good. We've got Buddy and Coyote versus Acme coming out next Friday. Okay, both in theaters. Not y'all,
theaters
not
everywhere.
Streaming. Don't bootleg it. Go to the theater and see it. And then where can people find you?
Instagram, Bennie_T_7. And heck, if you just Google my name, bam, I'm right there.
And that's Bennie with the IE, correct?
Yes,
okay, see, I got that part right, y'all. I had to redeem myself. Not Bennie with the Y, Bennie with the IE.
Yeah, and around Christmas time, you got Unbearable Christmas coming out. That's with the Julia Stiles, Alex Moffett, and a whole lot of other people. We got Conspiracy of Thieves coming out with Busta Rhymes, Emil Hurst.
Oh my gosh!
Before Daylight. Well, you ever see that movie where Leonardo DiCaprio was playing Romeo and Juliet? Where everybody
vaguely
was rhyming in the movie. So I did
it was
a movie
years
like
ago.
that. Yeah,
Okay. So a period piece.
Okay. Kind of, sort of.
Okay.
In modern times. But
okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be around. You're gonna see my face. You may not know my name, but you're gonna be like, yeah, that's that bald head guy. Yep, that'll be me.
So would you prefer TV or movies?
Both.
Both.
I
Okay.
can do them both. I
You
would
do them both.
whatever take me at the time.
Okay. So say I am an aspiring kid, because I saw you also like to give back to your community.
Yes.
So you've come back, you're having an event, say like you're having an event on Gratiot and Connor, and a kid comes up to you and say, how can I be like you, Mr. Taylor?
That's the great thing about what I'm doing. It's not about the fame. It's not about the money or anything. It's about giving back to the community. I love, and it's not just children. It's people my age, older, my seniors who have been in this business for a while and haven't got the opportunity. So I get a chance to show them the techniques and, sit them down. And I do personal acting classes as well whenever I'm back in town. I'm going to try to go to.
You do acting classes. You conduct them.
I help people.
Oh, okay.
Personal.
Okay.
Not
are you
not on the franchise thing?
Okay. All right. I'm about to say you for hire. What's going on here? Acting coach. Let's go now. Let's get the multiple streams.
You got to give back. You got to give back.
So you're doing it for free. You're saying? No.
Yeah. Some of them I am doing for free, but you got to keep the lights on.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm just trying to be clear because I heard you say acting classes. So okay.
Yeah. Just don't quit. Don't
okay.
quit.
That's what you would tell
you're
the baby.
You're going to get a lot of no's. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of no's before yes. And you got to think about it. There are going to be thousands of people auditioning for these roles. And a lot of people, they get upset when they get a call back and they don't get it. But that's the first step. You get an audition. Yeah. So just don't give up. Keep pushing. And I guarantee you, whatever work you put into it is what you're going to get out of it.
Absolutely. I love that. So I like to end, Bennie, with 5 favorites, and I want to thank you again for coming on the show. Please keep in touch with me. Are there going to be any red carpets for the premieres or anything's coming up? Or
we're trying to work that out now.
Listen,
Coyote versus Acme, so yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay, so looking forward to that. So I like to end with 5 favorites.
5 favorites.
Okay. We're gonna keep it PG.
5
PG.
favorites. let's go here.
Okay. All right. What is who is your favorite muse or actor to study?
Wow. I would say Hugh Brenner.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, you didn't take it back to the 10 Commandments.
10 Commandments, yeah.
No, you did.
Absolutely amazing.
Y'all better Google one of the greatest actors.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And thank you for everyone tapping in. I see someone on the YouTube has tapped in. Look, Jennifer Williams, is it? Thank you for tapping. Yes. Hey, Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer.
Thank you for tapping in. Okay. Favorite food?
Everything. No, my favorite food, I would have to say lasagna.
Oh.
Yeah, lasagna.
Do you know how to cook it?
I do. Lasagna,
so you
soup and lasagna. Yes,
you a man who cooks?
Oh, yeah.
All right, ladies.
I ain't get this belly for nothing.
Y'all heard it here, ladies. He's a man who cooks. All right. Favorite travel destination?
Ooh. I've been so many places. You know what? I like Arizona. I really do like Arizona.
Interesting. That's on the bucket list.
It's nice.
Okay. All right.
That's 3, right? Yeah. That's
yeah.
Okay.
Favorite music artist?
Boyz II Men.
Oh, wow. I love it. Oh, my gosh. Take me back.
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
Listen, I had that Motown Philly tape now.
I used to be in a singing group, and that's all we sang was Boyz II Men. Boyz II Men. Jodeci.
I love it. All the people tapping in for Bennie, thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Jennifer, LaWanda. I love it. Okay, so favorite role you've played thus far?
Oh, you gonna do that to me?
Well, this is why I do what I do.
I actually have no answer for that because I love all of my roles.
Oh,
seriously, I love all of my roles.
You gave me. No, Joe, do it. Thank you, Joe. Hit it with the crickets.
But no, seriously, because every role is different. You're wrong. Y'all wrong.
How do you prepare for your roles? Do you research certain characters who have those same storyline or?
Yep. If I'm playing a cop, I would probably go for a few days riding along with the cop, a lawyer. I'm sitting around with a lawyer buddy of mine, accountant. I'm doing whatever I need to get into that role.
All right, love it. Well, thank you so much, Bennie. I appreciate you again for joining. And this is not goodbye. This is see you later. All right, so y'all make sure y'all follow Bennie at BENNIE underscore Taylor and the number
underscore T underscore, and underscore 7.
Okay, you say it again.
Bennie underscore T underscore 7.
I love it.
On
Come on
Instagram.
now. That gave me Chuck Woolery vibes. We'll be back in 2 and 2. The way you said that was so like game show hostess.
Cut it
Hostess.
out.
I love it. Listen.
What you know about that? What you know about that?
Let's go. Listen. We come from the old school. Okay, thank you all. We are gonna take a brief break. So we're gonna watch one of Joe's videos and we're gonna come back with our next guest, Mr. David Roberts. All right. See you soon.
Thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate you.
And I apologize again for my party.
Baby girl, I can't find the words to express the way I feel. Every time you're near, my heart skips 2 beats and I go to left feet. What am I tripping on? You got me slipping on. So unexpected how affected I became when you looked me in my eyes and told me your name. Now I'm so involved and trying to have it all, but I falter because you're just so unbothered, baby. What I gotta do to be a part of your life? Let's make this thing right, baby. But I can't be no fool. Tell me, am I wasting my time? Am I on your mind, baby? I can't see no reason not to proceed, 'cause I see what I want, and I can be what you need. You say you need a good man with good love and affection to keep you safe from harm, and everything you're looking for is here in these arms. What I gotta do to be a part of your life? Let's make this thing right, baby. But I can't be no fool. Tell me, am I wasting my time? Am I on your mind? Yeah. What I gotta do to be a part of your life? Yeah. Let's make this thing right. And I can't be no fool, no. Am I wasting my time? Yeah. Hey, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, you all. Hopefully, you all once again enjoyed Unbothered by Joe of the finest entertainment. But I want to again thank my next guest for being extremely patient with us. As you know, sometimes the showbiz things do not always go as they should, but we are keeping it moving. So I want to bring on someone who is another Detroiter, by the way, who's legendary, been in media for, I want to say like 40 years now, if not more. So kudos to him for that. So without further ado, I am going to bring to the stage Mr. David Roberts. He is the Executive Vice President, Executive Editor, Sports News and Entertainment of ESPN, y'all. Yes, the ESPN. So welcome to the show, Mr. Roberts.
Thank you for having me. Actually, I've been in the business. It's 48 years.
Oh, so almost 50.
Yeah, almost 50. Started in 1978. So.
Okay, how's that possible? You only 60. Like, well, you came out the womb. Come on now.
I started when I was 3. So I'm just kidding. So no, it's been a long career, but it comes to an end at ESPN at least a week from Friday. So or a week from Monday rather. So looking forward to that next chapter.
Is it okay if I call you David, or do you
Yeah,
prefer
that's fine.
Roberts?
David. David is fine. So,
Okay. So, David, how are you feeling in this moment? You are a little less than 2 weeks from retirement.
there's always a little bit of apprehensive when you make a move and you're talking about what's next. There are many things that I'm considering doing as I move into quote retirement. But as my wife has described it, it is really called rewirement. I've been at ESPN 22 years and we've accomplished a lot, but we're looking forward to, living most of the time in Atlanta, Georgia, instead of up in Connecticut, which, nothing's wrong with Connecticut, but Atlanta is going to be a fun place to return to.
Absolutely, I'm sure. Now you just got to prepare yourself for that traffic. That's the
Yes.
only thing about Atlanta. And I hate that I missed you at NABJ last week, but I know we had so much going on. So
Right.
and I'm sure Atlanta is probably a bit more pleasant to live in than Connecticut. So
Yeah, Connecticut's fine, but Atlanta is in many ways awesome. So, but I look forward to being back in Atlanta. I worked there 96 to 2000. So,
okay. So let's take it back to WGPR, a historic titan in media here in Detroit.
Mhm.
Talk about, because you said you knew as a child, and I was watching in the clip how your sister said you told your parents to shut up and everything. You was like, look, listen, now you knew from an early age you was gonna be running things. So talk about that and give me just a snapshot, because I know it's so much of your journey from being a kid who knew you were going to be a journalist. You were the one asking the questions in the family, to your first role.
Well, I started at GPR. That was my first job out of college. I went to Wayne State University and graduated in '78. And GPR provided opportunities for people like myself. It gave me my first job in the business. And so for that, I'll always be grateful. And anything I can do to help promote the WGPR Museum, and I'm hoping that all Detroiters get behind it as well, because it's a part of history that should never be forgotten.
Absolutely. It's been about, I want to say, about 3 or 4 years now that it's been open, or
Yes.
yeah. And
Well, maybe a little bit longer than that. I know I was back in Detroit a couple years ago for the celebration of the 50th anniversary of GPR, and I think the museum is probably about eight years old now, I believe.
Okay. Oh, a little. Oh, wow. Okay,
Mhm.
definitely. Okay, so what has it been like? You've been a history maker, first Black news editor in Ohio. What has been, as a Black man, how did you have the courage to get to this point? Because I'm sure you lived through the riots, so coming from a racially charged background and still being in a racially charged society now. How has that
Right.
journey been for you navigating through media?
Well, I started off on the air like a lot of us, a lot of African Americans who, go into media. We want to be in front of the camera. And, one of the transformational moments for me is when I met for dinner with Cleveland Sellers, who, is the father of Bakari Sellers, who you see on CNN. And this was before Bakari Sellers was born. And Cleve Sellers looked me in the face and told me to, quote, get my Black so-and-so off of TV trying to be a TV star and get into a position where you can decide SHI, you know what.
Yeah.
And
you can say shit. I'm here if you won't.
yeah. Well,
Right. He like, I need you to be where you making the decisions. He like, forget all of this.
my mother might be watching this, so I'm
okay.
gonna. But the bottom line is, when he had that conversation with me in 1981, that's when I, made that decision. Okay, well, maybe he's got a point, and get into the decision-making path, which is what I did. And so I went from a reporter in Greensboro, North Carolina, to running the assignment desk in Detroit at WJBK TV. where Beverly Payne was the anchor. And Detroiters know who Beverly Payne is. And then from there went on to different markets in Fresno and back to Greensboro. And then I became the first Black news director in Ohio at WDTN in Dayton. From there, went to Baltimore. From there, went to Atlanta. From there, went to Washington, D.C., and then to ESPN. So here I am now, 48 years later.
And
So.
you showed those characteristics early, because just like when you were still in college and you facilitated the lawsuit against NBD, like those were like milestones in a sense, preparing you to be, on this trajectory that you've been on.
Well, it was an interesting time in life. That was another turning point because, I worked at National Bank of Detroit when I was a senior in high school through college. That's how, I paid my way through school. And it took note of the fact that they had all the Black folks working on 2 floors primarily in lowest paying jobs. And so I ended up spending 4 years kind of researching the place and trying to figure out what happened. And as it turned out, it turned into a class action lawsuit against the bank. So it was interesting going through that process because again, that was another defining moment in my life.
Absolutely, a milestone. So how did you come to be at ESPN? You're responsible for some heavy hitters, such as, Rich Eisen, my fellow Wolverine, by the way, Go Blue, Mika Andrews, Stephen A. Smith, Mike Greenberg, and I don't want to butcher her name, Chinny. I don't
Sinead Ogumake.
Okay, thank you for saying it for me. But how did you come to be at ESPN?
Well, I spent the first half of my career in local news, and like all local news directors, at some point you're like a head coach. If the ratings don't happen, then you get fired. And so I was in Washington, D.C. We couldn't get the ratings up, and so I got fired and went to ESPN from there when they were on a recruiting mission to diversify their ranks. So I said, okay, I'm going to take a different path and kind of go from that local news merry-go-round, is what I used to call it, into something different. And as a result, I was at ESPN 22 years, doing a whole bunch of different jobs. And this last 3 years has been great, overseeing SportsCenter, everything from the NBA to Get Up with Greeny and
Get
First
Up,
Take
Pardon
with
the
Stephen A.
Interruption,
And,
First Take,
partner, all of those shows. And so
NBA, NFL Live.
Yeah. Well, I don't have NFL Live, but everything else that's on the studio side, fell in my purview. But it was, again, another defining moment. It's funny. Everything has to kind of work for you in television. I remember when I was in Baltimore and we became #1, and the newspaper said, well, how did you do it? And I said, well, I was an idiot when Montel Williams led into our news, and I became a genius when we got Oprah. So the moral of the story is, you have to have all the pieces work in your favor, and that, Oprah, any station that had Oprah had a #1 newscast.
That is huge. So talk about how you landed that. How did that come together? Oprah, you saying Oprah was on ESPN? Or no?
No, she was on the station I was at in Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
We acquired Oprah from the competing station, and we went from last place to first place instantly. So
how did you do that? What were some maneuvers you made to make that happen?
Well, it was our programming department that did a deal with the company that distributed Oprah at the time. The same people who distributed Inside Edition, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, all those different programs. And so, if you had good programming, then chances are you're going to have a #1 newscast, and that's just part of it. It's kind of like at ESPN. If SportsCenter follows Monday Night Football, you're going to have a huge audience.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that's just part of the game.
So specifically, say I'm a foreigner or like I'm your mom and you trying to explain to me exactly what you do from day to day. So is that making that decision to have Sports Center follow Monday Night Football? Is that one of the decisions you're responsible for making in your job? Like explain to me like I'm a 5-year-old, like exactly what are some decisions you do, in your day to day?
Well, typically the day would start like at 6:30 in the morning, and because I would like to be there to watch all the studio shows, get up first take, and it's not like I'm a micromanager, but you have to have a presence with the people that are producing these shows, whether it's the talent, the producers, and everybody else. And so, if you're overseeing those shows, you have to kind of know what's going on. And I didn't just have the TV studio shows. There was also ESPN Radio, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with Cayman Kelly, for example. I know he does a show on Sirius.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we hired
him.
Yeah, I hired Cayman and he became the first African American voice of a network radio sports program or network about 4 or 5 years ago. So it's those kinds of decisions that you get to make. So I thank Cleve Sellers. In fact, I had a chance to thank him in December for saying to me back in 1981, get into a position where you can decide stuff.
Right. So have you been someone else's Cleve Sellers? Have you been someone to like kick someone and pull their coattail to say, look, you can do better, you can expand? Is that how you've helped to shape some of the talent?
Yeah, I think as I leave ESPN, there are some real talented young African American behind the scenes, and of course, plenty of those you see in front of the camera who I was fortunate enough to a recruit or elevate or position so that you see them on a regular basis, or they're impacting the content that you watch on SportsCenter, for example, on every single day.
Okay. So I want to ask David, we know that there have been, it's no secret that there's been some racial tensions with ESPN and some of their Black talent. And like recently, like the firing of Ryan Clark specifically, some past things with Jamel Hill and just others. It's no secret that it's been like some racial tension and sometimes some disparities with how Black talent is treated there at ESPN. What is that like for you as someone who's Black and in leadership there?
Well, if you have the opportunity in the room, then your voice can be in that room and you can be part of the dialogue that might lead to those kinds of decisions, and you can express whatever positions that you have. But sometimes, the thing I've learned about being in leadership is that you're in a pretty lonely space because sometimes some of the biggest obstacles or challenges that I've dealt with as a leader in this position comes from our own people. And at the end of the day, the bottom line is either you cut it or you're going to get cut. That's the bottom line. And sometimes it's easy to fall back on the racial issue, and it's real because I deal with it myself throughout my career, but you can't just use that as a crutch. You just have to make sure that you come to any program prepared, and those are some talented people that you name, whether it's Ryan Clark or Jamel Hill and others.
And Michael Smith.
Yeah, Michael Smith, who's just an awesome human being, and he's someone that I think about all the time because he's dealt with situations personally, and I watched how he, was there for his wife as she was dealing with cancer, and he's somebody that I'll admire forever for that reason. But you just have to look at it for what it is, because cultures evolve, people have different agendas, and you just have to be strong enough and consistent enough to thrive and survive within that culture.
Gotcha, gotcha,
Mhm.
gotcha. And it's definitely I mean, ESPN is a conglomerate, so I'm sure
Right.
it is a hell of a culture to thrive in. So, what are your thoughts on the recent thing with NABJ giving Stephen A. Smith the thumbs down award?
Well, the phone certainly blew up as soon as that happened, and I wasn't at the gala. The only thing I'll say about that is that there was probably a better way to uh, address the issues or concerns that NABJ had. And I have many thoughts and feelings on that. But I'll just say that I wish that it had been handled differently. Stephen A. I work closely with Stephen A. and I know his commitment to Black folks. Period. And he doesn't get enough credit for it, because he's he's not just talking sports, he's talking about a whole bunch of other stuff, and so therefore that makes him a moving target in some respects. But I would just say to NABJ that you probably could have handled that differently by taking it offline privately and having that conversation that way. And and Stephen A. You don't have to speak for him; he'll speak for himself. So.
Mm. So, what is it you see in talent? What is it you saw in Malika Andrews, in Rich Eisen? What did you see that made you want to, or a Stephen A. Smith? What made you cultivate that talent? Like, what? How did you learn? Like, they have it. They have that it factor.
Well, it's more than just like Malika or even Stephen A. It's being able to identify. If you watch, for example, Shanae Agumake, she is exemplary when
Yeah,
it
I
comes
love her.
to
Yeah.
covering any
It
basketball,
is.
whether it's
Yes.
men or women.
Yes.
And when L. Duncan was at ESPN, and we put together the team of L. Duncan and Andrea Carter and Shanae Agumake, we had 3 strong Black women, and they were regarded as one of the best studio shows in the business. And so, you have to be lucky, because if you hire a talent like Rich Eisen, you're bringing him back. He used to be at ESPN. He used to co-anchor with Stuart Scott.
Right.
And so for me, it was like a 2-year project to get him back at ESPN, where he can, just reconnect with that audience and bring back some of the magic of the past and create what he's going to do in the future. So, but the biggest thing is talent has to have a memorability factor. There's plenty of people on TV and on radio that are nothing
Right.
more than elevator music.
Ooh.
There's no reason to watch or listen to a lot of people that you have on the air. So people have to break through. They have to be authentic, and they have to be genuine, but they also have to be prepared, because there's nothing worse to me than a talent who's superficial, shallow, or an empty suit.
I love that. Great tips. Great tips.
Mhm.
So for you, I want to go back to Stuart Scott, because
Yeah.
as
Mhm.
someone, for me, he had to be one of the best sportscasters ever.
Mhm.
What was that like working with him? And because watching Booyah, it just hurt my soul, because I mean, I still to this day in my head, cooler than the other side of the pillow. I just,
Right.
just the way he and Van Pelt used to banter, and just, could you speak to that era a bit?
Yeah. Again, he anchored primarily with Rich Eisen back in the day. When I got to ESPN, Stuart Scott, had been there a while, and he went through a whole lot. You talk about a culture that he had to deal with that didn't understand what it meant to be authentically Black. They didn't understand Stuart Scott, so he had to deal with a whole lot of crap. And again, I could say something else, but he dealt with a whole lot. But he was a true trailblazer who opened the door for a whole lot of other African American talent, both males and females, who can be themselves, and that includes the folks like Elle Duncan or Christine Williamson, who we have on the air right now doing the 6 o'clock. Again, Shanae or Malika, and what I look for is what Stuart Scott actually brought to the table, which is he was authentic. He was distinctive. He wasn't like anybody else, and that's the key to success for any talent.
Absolutely, because I'm not a huge sports fan. I watch because my husband watches. Of course, I'll root for the Lions. I'll root for my Wolverines, the Pistons, my home teams. But you're right. He was a distinctive voice and someone who I actually looked forward to watching. Even though I wasn't a sports fan, I looked forward to watching SportsCenter because of his descriptions and the cadence of his broadcast. So, but I wanted to show a clip, a video, the recognition video that you sent me. Just want to show a couple minutes of it because I was so excited about your family providing their feedback on you growing up. Now, is this your where are you in the birth order of your siblings?
I was the third. We had first 3 boys and then 3 girls.
Okay. Awesome. So we're just going to watch a few minutes of that and then we'll come back.
How do we define impact? How do we measure change? Which comes first, ratings or respect? The career of David Roberts is the answer to these questions. Roberts retires from ESPN after 22 years with the worldwide leader in sports, where he was executive vice president and executive editor of sports news and entertainment. Before ESPN, he broke barriers.
It is a career that spans decades. Not saying you old, but you're seasoned. We appreciate, though, your example of leadership, the fierce way that you have fought to put a variety of voices on camera, ourselves included.
You have really helped build this industry, not just from the people in front of the camera, but the people behind the camera, and just holding us to a standard that we will carry. We will carry your legacy for.
That legacy is transformational leadership. Roberts changed the face of television. Without him, American media does not have the diversity it now enjoys, both on and off camera.
He's done a lot as a trailblazer for people who look like us, making sure that we had a proper seat at the table and be able to express our ideas and make sure that our voices have been heard.
While he championed diversity, he also stayed laser focused on ratings. The audience was always the main focus. Roberts showed and proved that diversity is smart business.
It was all important for Dave to make sure that he advocated for those that frankly looked like me. Being authentic was something that was important. Dave Roberts absolutely empowered me to do just that.
I wouldn't be where I am today without Dave Roberts. That is a hard stop. The legacy he leaves behind, we as a group, as a collective, have to carry on together.
David Roberts was born and raised in Southwest Detroit. He loved baseball and rooted for the Cleveland Indians because they signed Black players while his hometown Tigers refused to integrate.
As a young child, David would follow us around with a pencil everywhere. We were being interviewed while we were eating breakfast, dinner, lunch, and before we went to bed. One thing that comes to mind with David, one night our parents were having a loud disagreement. David got annoyed. He got out of bed. We all watched him walk past us with his Fruit of the Loom shorts on and go storming downstairs. And he got in the middle and said, "Cut this out. We have to go to school in the morning."
Working at a bank to help pay his way through Wayne State University, Roberts saw that Black employees were confined to the worst jobs. He and 2 others filed a successful class action lawsuit.
He was just someone who
carried himself professionally even as a young man. I'll never forget his mother told me that he was one of the only kids she's ever known who knew what he wanted to do professionally as a little kid.
He actually began his career in 1978 on camera as a reporter for Black-owned WGPR in Detroit. In 1980, working as a reporter for WFNY in Greensboro, North Carolina, advice from civil rights leader Cleveland Sellers changed his life. Sellers told Roberts he should move into management because management makes decisions. In 1982, Roberts returned to Detroit as an assignment editor for WJBK. In 1987, he became the first Black news director in the state of Ohio at WDTN in Dayton. He moved to the same position at WBAL in Baltimore.
The story of a young boy from Detroit with a passion for justice and truth who worked to make that possible in the lives of the people he worked with and the communities he served. Thank you, Dave, and congratulations.
Then, in 1996, he became the first Black news director in the state of Georgia when he took the job at Atlanta's WXIA.
Dave, you have been amazing. Your career has been astounding, astonishing, and just remarkable. All of the people who you've worked with along the way, I'm sure, are so grateful and are going to miss you.
All right. So how do you feel when you watch that?
You know, I have to say it was real humbling to hear that. And by the way, let me give you, you saw Leslie Foster from Washington. She was one of the people who spoke. She's also a Detroiter, so she's been.
I love it.
I hired Leslie 25 years ago in Washington, so she's been a main anchor there for over 20 years. So she could be a guest on your show at some point, maybe.
I love it. Okay, plug me in. I would love to.
Yeah, Leslie Foster. Yeah. But you know, hearing that, you know, I got to tell you, I'm still upset with my sister and my dear bride for putting that little baby picture of me up there when we showed up at the event last Wednesday. I said, "What the hell is this doing on the board?" As I'm walking into the restaurant. You know, but it was humbling, and I'm grateful for the fact that people think that and they believe that I had an impact, and if I did, then you know that's very rewarding because that's why I got into the business.
Oh my gosh, but do you sometimes sit back and think like, David, I have done a lot of stuff. I can't believe I've done all this stuff. Like,
well, I'm old as hell. As I know, I've been around. So you know the one thing I'll say is that when people in especially Black folks, when we get into these positions, we should get in there with a purpose. There are a lot of Black folks that get into these positions with these titles and they don't do a damn thing, or at least they don't do anything memorable or impactful. So that's never been me, never going to be me. So you know, that's just the reality that I go by.
All right, you're a go-getter.
Yes, I'm a go-getter.
You must be a fire sign. What's your sign? I gotta ask.
What is my? I think it's Sagittarius. So.
Oh yeah. See, didn't I say fire sign? Because we got that in us where we getting it. We gotta. I'm an Aries. We gon' the fire got to keep going. We either start it or we facilitating it. We moving it along. What's going on with this thing? So what are you gonna do, David? In your did your wife call it your rewirement?
Rewirement. She said it's rewirement, repositioning, and some other word I forgot what she said, but she has no intentions of letting me sit at home and do nothing. So
time to travel.
Yeah.
So, but do you have any plans though? Or besides just doing nothing, or how? You know?
Oh no, I have plans. Hopefully the plans will be a little clear pretty soon. But in the meantime, I'm reflecting on great 22 years at ESPN. We had a whole lot of success, and I believe that a whole lot of people, plenty of good talent behind the scenes and in front of the camera are there. And so whether I watch much, I probably won't, because one thing about me is when I leave, I leave. So yeah.
So you won't want to
uh,
peek to see how they're doing after you've left. Like, how are they
well,
doing?
they'll know how to get in touch with me. So
Okay.
and by the way, I'm not on social media. Because I think it can be too negative and counterproductive. So,
Huh.
and
So
plus
how did
I'll
you
get pissed off.
understand what the audience
Mhm.
wanted without incorporating social media? Like, how did you stay
Oh, so
abreast?
it's social media. It's social media. We have it all over the place at ESPN and everywhere I work. I'm just saying personally, I'm not going to be uh, accessible on social media because you can hit send on the wrong thing and then you'll be
Yeah.
done. So
Yes, as we have seen many a time, many a
Right.
time, many a time. So,
Right.
okay, so I'm coming into your position,
Right.
David. What advice do you have for me? How do I carry the torch?
uh, be prepared, be decisive, uh, uh, understand that leadership doesn't mean that you know everything. Surround yourself with people that are smarter than you in areas that you know you're not smart in or versed in, and know your audience. Um, don't let anyone tell you that diversity doesn't matter, because we hear a whole lot of that these days, especially with the current political climate that we live in. And that's a bunch of BS. Because another one of my philosophies is you cannot have a good business if you are not reflective of the markets that you serve. And so,
And all races and cultures love sports.
Right.
I
So
mean, that's something that's cross culturally.
yeah, you can't have the NFL, for example, or NBA, 75 to 85% of the players are black. You can't go on the air with predominantly white cast to talk about those sports. And that's just a fact and something that I believe strongly in. So those are the just a few quick takeaways that I would pass along to whomever is in that job.
Yeah. So for yourself, though, David, you can pass on lessons to them. But what are some lessons you've learned about yourself throughout your career?
That that I became more patient as the years went by. And you have to accept the fact that not everybody's going to meet your expectations. So, and you kind of have to learn everyone's strengths and maximum potential, and then play to those strengths and allow whatever that maximum potential is to become a reality for those individuals so that they can contribute to the overall goal. So, and the other thing is, I had to have white allies in the mix for me, because if you have genuine white allies along with the people that you are comfortable with, then that can only help to open doors, and also you can sell what needs to be in any program or content arena.
Love it. I love it. It's definitely been a journey, and I just want to give you your flowers, David, because to be in a position as a black man from Detroit, that's phenomenal. Like, and I love, and so I want to thank Mr. One of my mentors, Vincent McCraw, for connecting us. I'm so glad he's done that, and he knows what to do. He knows that I love highlighting people who are making things happen behind the scenes, such as yourself.
Right.
A lot of
Okay.
people don't realize-
Vincent Goodwill, right?
Goodwill? What do you mean?
Yeah,
No, it's McCraw.
Vincent Goodwill. Yeah, no, but Vincent Goodwill is another Detroiter who I just hired.
No, I don't. No, I'm not familiar
Yeah,
with him.
he covers the NBA at ESPN.
Oh,
So look him up. He's African American from Detroit. We met a dozen years ago on one of my trips into the city. He's another good one that I would follow. In addition to like Leslie Foster, who is a big time news anchor in the nation's capital. So,
And you
but there are a lot of
yeah.
Detroiters.
I love it. We all out there. We all out there. I don't. The people just think we are a world, a global movement.
Yeah, and you're from the east side, right? You're from the east
Born
side.
and raised, yes, sir.
Yes. You said you told me, is it Seymour?
Seaburn. Between
Yes.
Mac and Goethe, Mac and
Yes.
Van Dyke. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I had an aunt who lived on that street. So
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
See, and it's like we all related. We all connected in some
Right.
way. I love how we, as Detroiters, we just have that resilience that just impacts others. And it's just like a common thread that binds a lot of industries and people together. So I love that about us. So so it's very I've appreciated the time with you.
Yeah.
And we won't worry about where people can reach you. Just somewhere in the ATL, shorty, maybe they can catch you during your rewirement. But I want to end with 5 favorites. And again, I thank you for your time and wish you well. Are you having a big celebration, or are you just shutting off the light, packing your box, and that's it?
Well, they had that last week in Atlanta. So
Okay, you already did that.
Where they play, yeah. So
and they embarrassed you.
I'm not real interested in anything else.
Okay.
So and they had, I'm in New York. They had a little retirement lunch for me here in the city today. So I'm done with that. So
okay,
it's on to what's next. So.
Right, relaxing. Okay. Well, let's finish with 5 favorites. 5 favorites. All right. What has been let's start out with something a little surface. Favorite food?
My wife's collard greens.
Ooh, do you have cornbread with it?
No, I lay off the bread, but her collard greens are enough. That's good.
Did she put some smoked turkey in them?
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Favorite show on ESPN to produce?
Get Up.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What has been your favorite travel destination?
Cabo.
Ooh, Mexico, so beautiful there. Favorite place to visit in Detroit when you come home?
God, I don't know. I don't know. There are a lot of, I used to love Tiger Stadium. I'm not that fond of the current baseball stadium, but but I do like where the Pistons play.
Okay, LCA.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. So I would say that's my favorite, place.
Okay.
To visit. Otherwise, I'm usually coming home seeing my my mother and siblings. So I usually don't stay long.
Oh, that's a blessing. Your mom is still living.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, last one. Throughout your career, which has spanned almost 50 years, what has been your favorite moment? What's been a favorite highlight?
The favorite highlight was watching this new talent come onto the scene, and I hope I know you don't follow sports, but take a look at some of the new and future. I call them future stars of the industry.
Okay.
And knowing that I played a small part in making that happen.
Okay. I'll probably catch it because my husband's Sports Center stays on, honey. It's on a lot of times of the day. So I'll definitely probably catch them. Who are some names that you would like me to look out for?
Oh, again, I look for Shanae Agumake during the.
I love her. Yes, I love her, and I'm glad you pronounced her name for me. I love her.
Look for Andrea Carter during the WNBA playoffs, and Amina Smith, who she's about to go out on a maternity leave. Trevor Scales, who is from Atlanta, and we got him to come back, and He anchors the 11 o'clock sports at night. Keanu Martin, who we just hired from CBS, and there are a whole lot of other really good, talented people on the air. Malika Andrews. She does a whole lot, and her role continues to expand. And she was just a newspaper writer when I put her as the host of NBA Today. So there are a lot, and I'll leave you with a story. I guess one of the favorite things that I did was when I was in Atlanta as news director, we had Black History Month series, and she was 12 years old at the time, but Raven Simone was the face of our Black History Month series of stories, and that was like in 1998. So that it's things like that you can have an impact on if you get into that decision-making role. So
I love that. And we know Raven Simone she's a baby. We remember when she was a baby. So I thank you again, David, for your time. And thank you again for being so patient with us as we started a little later today. We thank you again for hanging in there and taking the time.
Thank you.
Enjoy your environment, relax. I can't wait to get to that space that you're in now. But enjoy.
I'm gonna look you up when I come to Detroit. So
let's do it, because I would still love to meet you in person. Absolutely, please do. And I would still love to, whomever you recommend, I would love to have them on the show.
Okay,
I know if you recommending them, they gotta be doing something.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and have a good night. Take care.
Alrighty.
All right, y'all. So thank you again for watching Rocky's Reality. Next week, who do we have? We have Dr. Brianne Standiford Barrett. Excuse me, Dr. Brianne Standiford Barrett, who is the medical advisor to Black Girl Vitamins, y'all. And we will also have Isaac Gordon of Breakpoint Booking Agency. It's one of few Black-owned talent booking agencies in the world, pretty much. So y'all know I like to bring these people out of the, dig them out of the crate, y'all, so y'all can see where they are. So thank you again for watching Rocky's Reality. See you next week.